Back inside the BHi St Catharines big top. And the empty stretcher is being loaded in. Sean General will make his way to a local medical facility. Walked out of the arena under his own power. He was with his coach, but the diagnosis was after playing a couple games yesterday and then going to ice hockey for training and then coming back here a couple games today with minimal fluids and food. That he just came off the bench and did feel faint. We did see him block a shot early on in that first period, but no indication if that had anything to do with it. That is General alongside his head coach, bypassing the ambulance and heading to the car. When I rejoined anyways, Keegan Thompson, we showed the replay of his goal for the Sun Dogs. The white jerseys with the black trim occupying the home bench. Getting the opening goal of this Peewee final game, the St. Kitts Snipers. Sliding over Nico Balis. Nice job to go to his right. This has been a team of the tournament. I'm not sure if we're allowed to have favorites up here in the booth, but St. Kitts Snipers, led by this man right here, Spencer Smith. Bringing it over the top, play a resilient dump and chase, considering their small size. Marcus Harris gets run over again, gets right up and goes after Mike Luris. Walking in, Spencer Smith, Harris jogs after that. It goes into the corner. First one there is Eric Stevens for the Sun Dogs. Keegan Thompson. Thompson trying to get it to his backhand, spins and fires. That one goes to the left of the goaltender, Dylan McFadden. We understand in winter hockey on the ice, he is an incredible player that plays out. Not even a goaltender. But here in ball hockey, he has almost stolen the show this weekend. The spring teaser youth All-Ontario Cup in the Peewee division. This is the gold medal final. St. Kitts Snipers versus the Sun Dogs. Matthew Carrick in for our JVI Sports Network crew as we continue our coverage. One more game after this one. It will be the midget final. As the bench warmers will play the Ontario Selects. Out in front, McFadden comes over, goes back to his glove side again, and is able to cover up. And that one off the pipe, it's in behind, and now it does get in the cage. Number of sticks were in there for it, but the initial two really good saves. In tight to start, and then another goalmouth scramble. Not sure which stick got on it. We'll have to wait for the word from the official. As we didn't pick that up, we'll, I guess, have to wait for confirmation from our replay if we have it. High stick penalty. Well, we did say we were right next to the Welland Canal, and yeah, this may take a while for this guy to get past. One of the
11 high stick.
One of the freighter boats working its way down the canal through the locks. We were able to capture that yesterday. The Ojibwe out of Port Dover coming past us following our play. We've got another Marcus Harris calling for the pass up top. On the power play here, it's not a penalty, just a stoppage in play. The face-off will come in the zone. Rolling through, Spencer Smith. Bounce it down, gets it to himself. Smith out. He's going to go over the blue line and drag over. And Harris has it roll away from him. Gets back on the stick. Short hands and Enzo Vecchio. Then kicked ahead by Schanbacher. And almost kicked it into his own net, but it ends up on the stick of Spencer Smith. If this tournament's taught us anything, that's a good place to put the ball. Minute 18 to go in the high sticking penalty against Caleb Nazalinski. Mauro Palesci in front. McFadden's down, trying to poke check at it. Recognizing that was Palesci. His shot went up and it goes off the back cage. Near side, here comes Marcus Harris. Defender there in front of him. The ball rolls just a little too far. The defender gets there. And it got in front of the Snipers bench as they were making a change. They do manage to get everyone out of the way. The official decision of our Bantam final. It was a 4-1 final score, but officially, Cherry Pickers go down via forfeit due to the injury and medical situation involving Sean General. This is the Peewee final here with 2.5 to play. 10 seconds. Mains in the power play for the Snipers. Snipers in yellow, representing the visiting team. Harris falls hard, picking himself up slowly. Up the near side, Mike Louris. All even now as it rolls off the stick of Caleb Lockyer. Lockyer coming out to meet that was McFadden. It goes to his left. In front again, McFadden. And it goes through the 5-hole. I believe was that Eric Stevens in front. Ball works into the corner here. Stevens.
9 from 66.
Picks up the assist. It was either 97 or 19. I don't actually see a 9. Enzo Vecchi or Keegan Thompson again. Down the floor into the corner to Keegan Thompson. It's dumped down the floor, and Sundogs taking the opportunity to make a change. Whoa, just saving the too many. A head-first dive by Keegan Thompson back onto the bench. Minute 13 to go. Shot is blocked, and they work down the far side. Out in front, fanning on the wide open chance, Reese Majewski. Majewski again. The cycle is on. Owen Lockyer back there for St. Catharines. Now sliding it up for Caleb Lockyer. Tries to go up for Sammy Lockyer. And Sammy down the near side, 3-1 break. Sammy Lockyer dumps it deep into the corner. This time no one able to chase. It took overtime, took a shootout against the Niagara Rampage earlier today for St. Catharines to get here. Playing on the outdoor field. Glove save there by McFadden. Tried to smother up, but it rolled away. Cameron Day. Pardon me, Owen Day. Does get it up, and they're going to call that a trip as going for the stick. The St. Catharines player fell. And then the Snipers back to the power play. time Curtis Rhymes will go off. Just 7 seconds remain in the period at the beginning of the face-off, and looks like the Sun Dogs will be content to just leave it in their own corner. They've got a 3-0 lead after the first. But we've seen the Snipers come back all weekend. They'll start with the power play when we come back. Looking at second period action here, 5-on-4 for the St. Catharines Snipers. Snipers represent the visiting team, working left to right here in the middle period, wearing yellow. Starting on the power play. Out in front, Jordan Schonbacher gets the first good scoring chance. This comes down the board, Spencer Smith. Keeps it away from Eric Stevens. Back near side for Schonbacher. Schonbacher the shot, and that's into the logo of the goaltender. And drops over top of it, Nico Belize. Dylan McFadden remains in the net down to our left. As there's 1:19 to go in the St. Catharines power play. Snipers have to chase here off the face-off. It comes through the backhand. Ends up in the home team bench and off a bucket there and back into the trees. We've let the walls, put the walls up here this afternoon. And spring teaser tournament feels like it's finally arrived. The nice warm weather. And diving out. Cover up, Nico Belize. And a bit of a shove for one of the Snipers players. As the Sun Dogs, exactly 1 minute in here, make a bit of a late change. Owen Lockyer gloves it out of the air, down to his stick. Comes back for Lockyer again, past Abrahams. Abrahams from the face-off dot, and that one shot just wide. Sammy Lockyer trying to be the first player in. Reese Majewski goes with him. Majewski keeping the cycle past Marconi. Comes up for Owen Lockyer. Lockyer, Eric Stevens. Stevens is going to steal it away. Nice slide over and a poke check. I believe that was Owen Lockyer. Comes back up top though, Enzo Vecchi. Vecchi can't get it past Owen Day. And Abrahams. Over through center. Sun Dogs had to touch up, and that'll do it for the penalty. 8 minutes to play here in the middle period. Curtis Rhymes comes up the boards. Down right in front of us. Owen Lockyer, Sammy Lockyer was in there as well. There's a pass and a goal. Keegan Thompson, a beautiful assist to Enzo Vecchi. And that'll make it 4-0. Starts by nice work on the boards there as well. Far side, Vecchi again. It's for Spencer Smith, sorry. There comes the shot. And Vecchi, not sure if McFadden got a piece of that or not as it bounces off the post. Back down into the Sundog zone. Nice stop move there. It goes off the cage, up into the screen. And the face-off. Come to the right of Belize. Marconi against Mauro Palesci. On this face-off to the right of Belize. It's one back for Majewski. It'll come near board. Spencer Smith gives chase. Out of the reach of Nazalinski, and that'll end up getting called for icing as Spencer Smith is going to send it back down. Jordan Marconi for the face-off here. Jordan Schanbacher playing to the crowd. Spencer Smith from the outside. That one bounced around. Belize gets down to make the save. Mike Louris. Far side, just out of the reach of Eric Stevens. Also giving chase, Keegan Thompson. He gets in the corner. Keegan Thompson with the opening goal of the game. Ty Weaver bypasses Thompson. The wraparound, McFadden was waiting for it to come out. And it finds its way on the stick of the Sundogs player who puts it in.
9 white was the goal, and then 97 yellow with cross-check.
Cameron Eek picking up a penalty on that play. As Louris controls the faceoff, rolls off his stick though. Here's a chance for St. Catharines. And Fanning on the shot, diving through it. Maybe a sliding penalty here against the Sundogs. As in behind the net, it's down for Dawson Abrahams. And as Sundogs touch up, that is the call, no sliding. Ref, I don't have a 9 on my sheet. Spinning and firing out by Keegan Thompson. And that one will end up in his bench again.
Is 9 on the roster or 9 white? No. What's his name? I don't know. Find out who he is. Ask him. He's 87? Normally 87, yeah. Okay, yeah, we have him.
Face off controlled by the Sundogs. They dump it down from out of the corner as we sort out some roster numbers. And the Snipers will get it back. Majewski stopping the attack in the neutral zone. Stalled here right in front of us, Curtis Rhymes. Abrahams from way outside. Nice job by Owen Day there on the boards as well. Sammy Lockyer got it back up to the point. Now Sammy Lockyer will give chase. In the corner, Mike Luris, wearing number 9 with a couple goals and an assist already in the game. We're in the second half of the game now. Less than 5 to play in the second period. 42 seconds remain in the power play here for the Snipers. That one off the glove, the goaltender. Some Sundogs will dump it out. McFadden with the save, and it bounces free for Abrahams. Pardon me, it's Owen Lockyer who's going to now get it up for Dawson Abrahams. Abrahams over the blue line, and Belize saw that all the way, and Nico Belize is there to hang on, make the save. Face-off will come to his left. Won by the Sundogs, back into the corner, Curtis Rhymes. Rhymes up for Reese Majewski. Majewski down the floor, and there was a 5-hole in behind the stick as it hopped over the stick. Came up into the jersey of McFadden. As we've got another face-off here. One and brought outside. Before being dropped down there by Schonbacher. Penalty over as we enter the final 4 minutes of the second period. Reese Majewski up for Spencer Smith. Spencer Smith now, he gets around Majewski. Another defender back there. There's a shot, and that one to the left of Belize. Off the back heel, though, of Paleshi. And it comes back on the stick of Marconi. They're trying a lot of outside shots here from St. Catharines. They've been dump and chase most of the tournament. Now their strategy changing up here. No update to give you on the outside rink, as only other teams still alive are the Midgets, the Ontario Selects. Getting ready to play the bench warmers. There's Spencer Smith. Don't mind him taking the outside shot, as he scored the hat trick just like that yesterday. And he gets the opening goal of the game for the Snipers. Right off the face-off. You give the assist to Marcus Harris, and that ball off the face-off doesn't touch the ground, so we'll do it again. This time it gets a good bounce. Marcus Harris had to chase after it. It's on the stick of Spencer Smith again. Here comes Smith. Fakes it from center. Stops up at the blue line as it's offside. Harris touches up, and Smith puts the brakes on in front of his own bench. Smith is going to head off here now as they tangle in the corner. Keegan Thompson circles his own net. Giving chase is Marconi again. Going up top. There's a bit of a shove there. Eric Stevens on his man. Referees allow that to go on. Keegan Thompson, Marconi at the blue line. To the backhand for Marcus Day. Back again for Mike Luris. Luris chips it ahead. Larson's coming in, running into the corner. And 2.5 to go in the second period here. 5-1 in favor of the home side, represented by the Sun Dogs in white. Ball chipped into the corner. It's led ahead for Marcus Harris. Partial breakaway here. And a nice job back checking. Tipped away by I want to say Mike Lewis. He is wearing 87. Rep. They said this one in the corner.
Slash.
We'll see the slash coming up from the St. Catharines player. I believe it's right there, and you see the official's arm go up. So we'll sort out more numbers here as 2 minutes goes up on the side of the Snipers. 5-1 in favor of the Sun Dogs at this point. Okay. Far side for Caleb Nazalinski. Rolls slowly in on McFadden, and he'll cover up for a face-off to his left. On the face-off here, Sammy Lockyer comes up top to Majewski. Sammy Lockyer is going to battle here. Gets it away from Majewski and puts the brakes on, trying to win it back again. Lockyer with position, Majewski with the size advantage. Sammy Lockyer gets it back, and he's going to shovel it over. Looking for Owen Day. He gets out-muscled there by Curtis Rhymes. Rhymes chips it off the stick of Day. And down for the goaltender, who has to leave his crease. Paleshi up for Nazalinski. Nazalinski back, Paleshi at the blue line. Paleshi takes the shot, and that's off Abraham's in front. Off the glove of Majewski. Majewski looking for Rhymes, out of his reach though. Owen Lockyer goes into battle against the boards. Up top, one-timer with McFadden going down, a player on the crease. Huge one-time shot from outside. On the power play for the Sun Dogs will make it 6-1.
13 from 68 from 19.
Curtis Rhymes, Enzo Vecchi. Every runner except for Laurel Paleshi, Caleb Nazalinski, and Jake Keene, we believe is wearing 87. Everyone except for those three have points in this game through the first 6 goals in time. About to expire, and the shot will be taken, but not in time for the Snipers. They get one back. But the Sun Dogs get 2. It'll have to be a big quarter for the Snipers as we head to the final period. Our thanks to the coaching staff of the Sun Dogs who bypassed their final speech of the tournament before the end of the period to sort out the roster numbers. Mike Lewis wearing number 9, Mauro Paleshi 87, and Jake Keane actually in 17. So I apologize to those players and their families if we've been calling them by the wrong names. Here's a look outside at this beautiful facility. Ball Hockey International St. Catharines. The outdoor rink quiet. Save for warm-ups for our midget gold medal game featuring the bench warmers and the Ontario Selects. The St. Kitts Snipers in action inside though, staring down a 5-goal deficit against the Sun Dogs. Home squad is the Sun Dogs in white. Snipers in yellow representing the visitors. Ball Hockey International St. Catharines, the spring teaser and the Youth All-Ontario Cup presented by Bauer on the JVI Sports Network. I'm Matthew Carrick alongside our crew. As we are watching a breakaway here on Dylan McFadden, Keegan Thompson pulls it back and roofs it. Gorgeous end-to-end rush. His second goal of the game. He started things off for the Sun Dogs before we even had the roster page in our hand.
From 87.
Keegan Thompson. They give the assist to Mauro Paleshi. So now Caleb Nazalinski and Jake Keane. The only two runners yet to record a point. A great balanced effort here for the Sun Dogs in this one. Only goal for the Snipers so far coming from Spencer Smith. He had that hat trick like we said yesterday in the opening game against the Niagara Rampage. And then the shootout winner that got them here. Keegan Thompson, though, his backhander goes up into the screen. And they'll face off to the right of Dylan McFadden. Keegan Thompson makes his way off the floor. Spencer Smith makes his way on. The two offensive stars for these clubs. Face-off won there by Jake Keane. Ends up back to the point for Curtis Rhymes. Rhymes through the middle, Spencer Smith. Giving chase now, Enzo Vecchi. He's got a goal, Marco Harris. Harris chipping around Reese Majewski. And Majewski able to get it around Harris. Chipped up again here. The last defender back is Marconi. Spencer Smith rushing over to take away the 2-on-1, and it is Smith that gets in the way, gets the stick down. Cameron Eek loads up the shot and takes it, and it's off the defender. And that one makes its way down the floor for an icing call. Face off now to the right of Nico Belize. Starting goaltender for the Sun Dogs, and he had to come quickly to his left and set as Marconi was right there. .7:34 to play, and here's this latest chance. Walking off coverage, and Belize not ready for it. As we've got another face-off worked into the corner, though, Curtis Rhymes. One of the Snipers giving chase. Rhymes pushes it up to mid-floor. Sent back again. Rhymes Last man back. He's going to try this side now for Enzo Vecchi. Vecchi's got lock gear on him. Oh, couple lock gears, Owen and Sammy. Leaves for the shot. McFadden thought he had it. It pops back out. Comes out in the open for Vecchi. His shot goes off of Abrahams, who backhands it outside the blue line. Walking his way through is Reese Majewski. On the near wing, just out of the reach of Dawson Abrahams, and that's going to allow the defenders to get back. Shot just misses the far side. Over on the boards, Nazalinski. Caleb Nazalinski still working for it. Curtis Rhymes. Owen Lockyer trying to dig it out for the Snipers. Out of his reach, pushed up. Jake Keene gives chase. Keene's going to backhand it around the boards. Owen Lockyer. Lockyer gets it up for Owen Day. Day dumps it in. It's just out of the reach of Belize. In the corner for Eric Stevens. Works to the opposite side now. And Owen Day was over there. Just couldn't pick it out. Up top, Owen Lockyer sends it in. Sammy giving chase. Ty Weaver, though. And as the Sundogs player touches up, the last one had yet to get off the floor, and too many men call. Against the Sundogs, and the coach urging the Snipers on. 1 goal per minute, he says, and we're back in this one. So 5-on-4 again for the Snipers. And they start by winning the face-off. It's off the glove and up. It goes over the entire net. We saw it bounce up. I thought that was going in behind Belize. Lifted again. It falls down in front of Belize this time. And Spencer Smith from outside. That may have hit a player in front. Whether it did or not, it ends up in the back of the net. Spencer Smith, once again, that big, powerful outside shot for this Snipers team.
'63, 97, 13.
Not sure who that is in front. Marcus Harris, I think. Gets a goal taken away, but it comes off the shot of Spencer Smith. As it looked like Marcus Harris was camped in front, and it bounced off him. Harris trying to steal it from Keegan Thompson now. Well, the coach asked him for a goal a minute, and that was the first one in the first minute. So we'll see what they can do. (7-2) in favor of the Sundogs now. As Police shovels that one aside. Most recent goal, both goals by Spencer Smith. And now they work down the far side. Curtis Rhymes drops it into the corner. It's going to be lifted up front. Marconi. Sundogs player on the back of the Sniper. And Harris again gets up and has words for his counterpart. I think the Sundog bench was calling for a glove pass there. So it looked like the player may have taken a step. Up top, Owen Harris. Owen Lockyer, pardon me. Brings it off the leg pad of the defender, Aaron Abrahams. As it comes back, Curtis Rhymes, far half boards. Owen Lockyer gets it down, and that one going up over the cage of McFadden. McFadden again, Nazalinski now in the corner. Majewski. Him and Nazalinski. Keeping it on the near side. Sammy Lockyer. Has that stolen away by Enzo Vecchi. And it works into the corner. And Vecchi again. That one off the corner, bounces back onto McFadden. Looked like the foot had come away from the post. And tripped up is Owen Lockyer. Off the wall, top corner. Reese Majewski with his second of the game. Coach wanted a goal a minute from his club. They've taken 1 minute without scoring one. They've also let one in. He didn't actually say anything about that to these players.
Unassisted.
The second of the game for Reese Majewski. Mike Luris in behind the cage. Being kept there by Jordan Schanbacher. Schanbacher pushes it up. Eric Stevens, who cuts back. Harris and Spencer Smith going for it. This will go for icing, but as the goaltender comes out, he'll lift it up for Spencer Smith and negate that. Two and a half to go now as it's brought up over the blue line. Over center on the stick of Mauro Palesci. Backhander out in front of the net. Past Cameron Eek. It's also past Eric Stevens. We've got a foot race. Marcus Harris camps out in front of the net where he's been most of the game in the offensive zone. But Mauro Palesci gets in the way of the shot attempt. Jordan Schanbacher gets there first. Ty Weaver pushes it ahead. That one into the feet of Mike Luris, and that was enough to throw the Sundogs offside. Face-off will come in front of us. 1.5 minutes to play here. And face-off pushed up by Owen Lockyer. Sammy Lockyer runs it in right at the blue line. Another back pass into the corner for Owen. And on the stick. It's still a number of players bad at it, and it's finally Owen Lockyer that gets it in. I think Owen Day was in there as well. 3 offensive players as they go for broke. Collide in on the net.
9:25.
They give it to Dawson Abrahams from Owen Day. Now giving chase in the corner, Jake Keene. He is going to pull it out and lift it over the defenders. That'll go down the floor. Up to give chase, Enzo Vecchi. Vecchi has it again. McFadden down in his cage and then fanning on the shot in all alone, Majewski. Another shot attempt from Curtis Rhymes. That ends up in the corner. Rhymes leaves it there. Comes over and fanning on that shot was Enzo Vecchi. Vecchi can't keep up. Ends up on the stick of Sammy Lockyer. Trying to split the defenders. And release Marcus Harris. Out of the reach of Sammy Lockyer. Goes to his 19 counterpart. Enzo Vecchi again. Vecchi on the half boards. No look at centering pass. McFadden goes down and makes the save. And then as it returns back for Vecchi, it goes top corner. That'll make it 9-3 now as the Hats start raining down here for Enzo Vecchi.
19 from 13 and 68.
With 28.2 seconds, it appears. Celebration time is on the bench of the Sun Dogs as they're having fun. But it's been an incredible run and an incredible tournament by the St. Kitts Snipers. Snipers trying to drag it out there. Ty Weaver was in on Schonbacher. Giving chase, the first player there, Marcus Harris. He spins and wraps it around, and Belize right at the buzzer makes the final save. And your final score. Make it 9-3 in favor of the Sun Dogs. Trophy on the floor, celebration underway for the Sun Dogs, but a great tournament in favor of the St. Kitts Snipers. Stay tuned on the JVI Sports Network. Ball Hockey International, St. Catharines. The Spring Teaser Youth All-Ontario Cup from the Midget Division. We'll have that next for you.